And welcome again to the big match. Today we feature the match that has been the talk of London all week. Queen's Park Rangers against West Ham, a match that really lived up to its exciting billing. I'm sure your Sunday newspaper this morning has been raving about it. And indeed, Reg Drury in the News of the World this morning said, a magnificent advertisement for English football. A pity that the big match can't show the full 90 minutes. Well, at least we do have a big ration of that action for you today. And afterwards, we get the views of two of the big men from that game, goalkeepers Phil Parkes of Queen's Park Rangers and Mervyn of West Ham. Also today, action from the All-Yorkshire battle between Sheffield United and Leeds United, and from the second division, Sunderland and Blackpool. There's your letters too. But first, without further delay, let's get across to Loftus Road to greet London's two unbeaten first division sides. First out yesterday were West Ham, led by Frank Lampard in the continued absence of Billy Bonds, a team that's made a great start to the season. Queen's Park Rangers, led by the new England captain Gerry Francis, fresh from that brilliant victory at Derby last Saturday and a draw at Wolverhampton in midweek. The pitch at Loftus Road in really excellent condition for this first division derby game between Queen's Park Rangers and West Ham. And first of all today, let's catch up on the two teams. Both, in fact, are unchanged. Rangers still without the injured Webb and McClintock, but Johnny Hollins has recovered from a hamstring injury and he is the substitute. West Ham, meanwhile, field the side that beat Tottenham in midweek, and Johnny Ayres is now their sub. Quite a test again for the young Rangers defender Tony Tagg, 18 years old from Chessington in Surrey. He'll be running up against the man who scored those two cup final goals, Alan Taylor of West Ham. 5 goals already this season. The crowd, boisterous but well behaved, 28,000 strong. And the referee this afternoon, Mr. Pat Partridge from County Durham, the last time he refereed West Ham, of course, was in the final at Wembley in May. Great roar of anticipation from this big crowd at Loftus Road, anticipating an afternoon filled with skills. And it's Queen's Park Rangers who kick off, attacking the goal to our left in those shirts, hoops of blue. Tommy Taylor for West Ham, back to Mervyn Day. West Ham in their claret and blue shirts and blue shorts today, so that they don't clash, of course, with the white of Queen's Park Rangers. London's two unbeaten first division sides. Lock. Again, Abbott was there first. Padden. Good aggressive piece of running there by Graham Padden, supported by Lampard now onto the right foot. And Parkes preventing the ball going from the corner. Looking in vain for somebody to be available. In fact, it put Abbott under a bit of pressure. He tried to roll the short ball again to Clement. So Padden again with the throw for West Ham. And a goal kick. Tony Tagg now for Queen's Park Rangers. Oh, nice bit of play by Gillard. Completely outwitting Billy Jennings there. Now Gibbons. This is good build-up by Rangers. Masson now. Tried to get Gibbons going again, which would have been very interesting indeed, but Gibbons fought for it and found it. Now it's with Gerry Francis. The little chip in there, Thomas is in there, so too is Tommy Taylor. Lampard getting it short to Brooking, and they've lost it to Masson. Curled in first time, Leach was right in there, and West Ham were nearly made to pay for that error. Oh, and McDowell's feet were high, and it's a free kick for Rangers. 19 yards from goal, 1 yard outside the area. Well, I'm sure West Ham will remember that at Upton Park in January in the mud, Masson scored a very good free kick goal against West Ham. 5 men in the wall, and Masson and Bowles and Clement there, who really clobbers them too. Not sure if they're undecided as to what to do or just trying to fool everybody. It comes to Bowles. Oh, and he hit the crossbar. Well, all that talk that went on before that free kick may well have been to confuse the opposition. The short ball from Masson, and Bowles caught it well left-footed. Day was lost and the crossbar saved him. Well, it must have clipped against a West Ham defender too, because it's a corner then for Rangers, to be taken by Dave Thomas. Oh, and Day under a lot of pressure again there from Ian Gillard. And a free kick given for the challenge by Gillard on the West Ham goalkeeper. Got him very well there, Ian Gillard. Well, that's a great belt there from Day, and tag under a lot of pressure from Taylor, who I think caught an unwitting elbow in the face. Obviously West Ham trying to catch Queen's Park Rangers out there with that massive clearance from Day, and banking on the speed of Alan Taylor. But Taylor has got problems, and he's down in the 6-yard area of Rangers, apparently in pain. And the referee, I think, had to stop it in case another West Ham attack developed, with Taylor in the way. And you can see a bit of blood there as well. He obviously got quite a crack on the nose. He went roaring on that ball, that long clearance from Mervyn Day, chased after it, and I think probably just got an elbow of Tony Taggs in the on the nose. So West Ham under a little bit of pressure at the moment. It's Rangers in this opening 12 minutes or so who've made the running. Well, it'll be a blow for West Ham if Taylor has to go off. He's had a tremendous start to the season with 5 goals and has looked like lightning. So a drop ball on the centre line. Francis for Rangers. And Francis taking it up again to put West Ham under more pressure. Oh, that was a yard wide. Francis really dominating that midfield at the moment and looking so eagerly for every chance to have a shot at goal. Not quite catching that one the way he intended, but still too close to comfort for West Ham. Jennings chested down for Holland. A nice back heel for McDowell. West Ham still playing with 10 men, with Alan Taylor off the field. Oh, and Clements under pressure there to give that one away for the corner. So a corner for West Ham, and Alan Taylor right by that goal, still getting some treatment on that face injury. Still getting that nose blocked up with plugs as the corner comes in. Oh, and he had to half palm that one away, did Parks. McDowell hitting that well. Oh, and he hit the post. Jennings. Well, that was the nearest West Ham came, with Parks only half palming that corner away, and the ball eventually came to McDowell, caught it very well indeed on the volley, and Parks scrambled it against the post and away. You see the plugs there in the nose, that's quite an injury. Now Bowles. Rangers through, and the number 10 Stan Bowles with it. Francis. Still with Thomas. Actually, he's unloaded there by Pat Holland. Graham Padden through to Alan Taylor. Still a little groggy, no doubt, from that knock on the nose. Good play there, though, by Givens for Thomas. Line up a shot. Oh, and a scorcher. Nice ball there from Givens to Thomas. The space was there. The shot was there, but it was always curling away from that far post. Jerry Francis. Bowles. For Francis. Not much open to him now, and West Ham have got a lot of people back. Givens. Well, this might come yet. Oh, and Day saved it with his feet, and then Taylor turned it away. Stan Bowles claiming that that was a handball and going to referee Pat Partridge to complain. But in all honesty, Taylor had his back both to Pat Partridge and to the cameras. Although our camera behind the goal might show up something rather interesting, but the referee obviously can't give what he doesn't see. And it's a corner. And Day right there. impeded unfairly by Gillard. Well, the referee decided that was a push by Taylor on Givens. And it's a free kick to Rangers. Don Masson will take it. Oh, and Day got it and lost it. And Givens has placed it in. And the goal stands. The referee looked at both his linesmen. Well, that was a soft one, if you like. Mervyn Day lost the ball. It looked as though he might find it again. And he dribbled through to Givens, who couldn't believe his luck, planted it home and put Rangers 1-0 into the lead. So Queen's Park Rangers 1, West Ham 0, the scorer Don Givens. Now Francis. Oh, that was a rather wild kick by Robson on Francis as he went away, right in front of the referee. And the name of Keith Robson goes into referee Pat Partridge's book. So Rangers can take it up again. Francis dummying there, but being stopped by West Ham. And a free kick now to West Ham for the foul on Graham Paddon. Paddon, Brooking, Lampard just keeping it in. Locke. Tommy Taylor now to Pat Holland. Taylor again for Graham Paddon. Lampard. Oh, what a good ball there by Lampard for Brooking. Played back, oh, and it very nearly came for Taylor. Oh, what a superb ball, though, by Lampard for Brooking, which really set it up. Gave West Ham a fleeting chance and they couldn't quite take it. And they haven't even got a corner. Well, he's got perhaps an uncomfortable perch, but he couldn't really have a better view than that. Dow, headed only goes to Bowles, though. Onto the right foot, and Locke shadowed him beautifully there for West Ham. Paddon. Now Taylor's away. Leach missed that challenge there, and Alan Taylor finally stopped by Clement, but only at the expense of a corner. Good aggressive running there by the young West Ham player. And Brooking will take the corner for the Hammers. Tommy Taylor's come up for it. And it's Taylor almost got the header in. Oh, what a save by Parks from Jennings. Well, Taylor was... Tommy Taylor was beautifully placed to gather up that header, didn't make the contact, and it came through to Jennings, who hit it beautifully, and Park saved superbly from close range. So a corner then to West Ham. Graham Paddon with it. Oh, and they let that go so dangerously right across that 6-yard area. There were 2, 4, 6, 8. There must have been maybe a dozen players in and around that 6-yard area, and they went right across the face of the lot of them without anybody touching it. Now get after that one, he says. And Taylor can only nod it down, but he was supported well by McDowell. Thomas as the whistle goes for half-time as Masson went through. But Rangers leading by a goal to nil, scored by Don Gibbons, and a soft one it was after that mistake by Mervyn. But I think Rangers showing a little more aggression and a few more ideas coming forward, just about edged it in that first half, and just about deserved that lead given them by Don Gibbons. A lot more to come on the big match this afternoon, and so we have a half-time situation here at Loftus Road. It says Queen's Park Rangers 1, West Ham 0, and we'll be right back. So we welcome you back, and now it's West Ham attacking the goal to our left. This goal down, scored by Don Gibbons in the first half. West Ham, who've not lost in the league here in the First Division, that is, since Rangers came up and joined them in 3 seasons. They won here 2-0 last season, but they're this goal down at the moment. And Parks, a safe catch. Brooking, Robson. He's given it to Bowles. Nice turn there by Bowles. Nice bit of jinking there. And again, trying to get a 1-2 going with Masson, but Tommy Taylor was there. That's why it's always worth paying money to watch Stan Bowles. Always something likely to happen when he's around. Like giving the ball to Trevor Brooking. Robson's gone outside Brooking, but he hasn't got very much else in support, but he didn't need it there. That's a good cross by Brooking. Oh, and it went off the top of the crossbar. Brooking doing so well there. Now Taylor to keep the momentum going for West Ham. Throw to Rangers. Good adventurous running there by Brooking, and a very, very good cross, which caused Parks all sorts of problems as it bounced off the top of the crossbar. Lampard's header, Pat Holland. Lock, challenged by Leach. And the ball runs loose now for David Thomas. Bowles. Curling it. Oh, yes! No! Well, well, well. He found himself a half a yard and curled that in beautifully, Stan Bowles. And it hit the inside of the post and somehow stayed out. Well, another whisker to the right, and that would have glanced in. Bowles. Free kick. Leach has come up into a strong attacking position on this near side, and it's aimed towards Mick Leach, going in there with a header! Good save by Day. Great free kick again by Gillard, and Leach timing that run and jump once again to perfection, and a good save by Day. Now it's with Bowles. Still with Bowles, right foot, and again Day saved, and that time he couldn't hold it, and Taylor had to play it back to him. Now Gibbons to Clement. Masson. Gibbons. Dave Thomas. Oh, it'll come for Leach, and it may come through for Thomas again. Oh, what a save!
Well, Thomas can hardly believe it. That was beautiful play by Mervyn Day. Good play between Leach and Thomas. A blistering shot from close range by Dave Thomas on the turn. And a really strong reaction save from Day. Now it's Bowles. Thomas. Good cross again by him. Oh, and fisted away once more by Day. That coming off his defender, John McDowell, I think it was. As that cross swooped in, McDowell misdirected it. And Mervyn Day made another really brilliant save. Thomas. Now Trevor Brooking. Taylor outside him. I don't think even the willing Taylor will get to that one. Hasn't really exerted quite the influence he normally does in the middle of the field this afternoon, Trevor Brooking. Padden has had a tremendous game, though, for West Ham. But the honours, I think, in midfield so far have gone to QPR. Parks with the kick. Now Bowles. Masson. Thomas to Bowles. Tremendous amount of confidence about this QPR play. And when things are going well for them, they really want to try all the tricks. Nobody more so than Bowles. Here's Thomas leaving it for Masson. Clement. Abbott. Masson. Well, West Ham can't even get a smell of it at the moment. Now they can. Through the aggression there of Pat Holland, and it's got Brooking on his way, and this could be dangerous for Rangers. Robson taking it up. Played on again for Holland. Wouldn't quite go for Brooking. Now Padden. Delicate left foot cross again. Taylor was there first and he was over the crossbar. Nice little near post cross, which are one of West Ham's specialities by Graham Padden there. And Taylor just a little too high with the header. A quarter of an hour left now. Givens again with a header, and Bowles. Taylor the shadow. Now Givens. Pass 2, pass 3. Leach right in there as well. My goodness, that very nearly came through for him. The Irishman did so well there, Don Givens. 4 Rangers, passed 3 defenders and did everything right. Now Brooking for West Ham. Brooking against Tag, and Brooking going on. But no problems there for Abbott. Calmly got it away. Masson to Thomas as the game opens right up again. Leach up, Bowles up, and on this side of the field, Givens up. Onto the left foot. And a corner. Well, there were 2 or 3 things open to Dave Thomas there. He took it upon himself to try the shot and brought the best out of Mervyn Day. So Thomas now will take the corner then. Floating in there towards the near post. Lampard got it away. Masson almost hitting it into the White City. Well, Jerry Francis is the man going off, who had a slight hamstring trouble before today. And John Hollins, who has had hamstring trouble, comes on. Now, I hope that doesn't mean that Jerry Francis is put in any sort of doubt for the England match on Wednesday. Robson for Alan Taylor. And a corner given. Tommy Taylor coming up again. Been quite dangerous in one or two of these situations. But the West Ham defender, well, the Rangers defenders then lining up to knock that one away. Everybody in the Rangers half of the field now, except Mervyn Day. And here's Trevor Brooking. West Ham with less than 10 minutes to draw level. Billy Jennings on the far side. Yes! Well, as that one came floating over, it seemed that he had no chance from that angle. But he hit it scorchingly into the roof of that Rangers net. And that makes it Queen's Park Rangers 1, West Ham 1. And that after Rangers had more of the game and more of the chances. But it's all level now, with a matter of 8 minutes to go. Tremendous shot by Billy Jennings. His first goal of the season, and one that was so important there for West Ham. As Hollins crosses that in now. Can Bowles do it? No. There was a handball. Lampard wanting Keith Robson to get up. Holland in there. Still fighting for it. It'll come for Padden. Leach. No free kick. Keith Robson. Bit of ball juggling is also wasting a bit of time. And West Ham with a throw. Graham Padden taking it. Padden. Wait for Lampard. Hit in first time, a dangerous looking one as well. Curling all the way. Bowles. And no chance at all for Thomas there. Thomas letting it run. But finding Robson at him. Still Dave Thomas. Masson is up there, Givens is up, Hollins is coming up. There's Givens. Hollins. Crossed in again towards Don Masson. Here's Stan Bowles. Now, is that for Bowles? No, it's not, because Day was out at him like a tiger. And Locke was right in there too. Bowles just got that onto his right foot, and it looked for a moment as though it might work for Rangers, but both Locke and Day hurled himself at him. And there goes the final whistle. An honourable draw after a very skillful game. I think Rangers might feel that they had slightly the better of things, with more aggression and certainly better chances. But West Ham battled hard and kept at their job, and in the end were rewarded with that goal from Billy Jennings, just 7 minutes from the end. And so we come to a final scoreline of a game that's been filled with skill. Queen's Park Rangers 1, West Ham United 1.
And now let's meet our two guests today, the two goalkeepers, Phil Parkes of Queen's Park Rangers, Mervyn Day of West Ham. A great game for those of us watching. Phil, equally good to be playing in?
Yes, very much so. I really enjoyed myself out there yesterday.
Apart from one little incident, I thought it was a great game to play in,
Yeah. Well, that one little incident is obviously you're referring to the Queen's Park Rangers goal. Mervyn, let's have a look at it again and get your version of it now.
Well, Masson takes a free kick from not far past the penalty area rather. I go slightly under it, a bit stretched, and I think I'm a bit fortunate that it drops down just where it does, giving me a second bite really. And 9 times out of 10 I think, you know, the ball would have stuck, but unfortunately it seems to get scrambled away from me, and that's what you pay with.
I suppose you could have said Mickey Leach kicked that out of your hands.
Well, I suppose so, but I'm more concerned with the mistake sort of in the first place from the cross.
But we've got to balance that up, I think, Phil, by showing one or two saves that the fellow made in the second half particularly. One or two really brilliant reaction saves.
He did,
One of them I remember from Dave Thomas in particular. Now let's get your view from the other end of this.
Well, Dave plays a very good 1-2 here with Mickey Leach. He gets into position well. I don't know whether he pushed Frank Lampard out the way there, but he gets in a terrifically powerful shot there, and Mervyn does very well to push it around the post because Frank Lampard was coming across into his vision there and could have just unsighted him a bit.
Now this is where John McDowell almost puts through his own goal.
Yeah, Ian Gillard's up there challenging. I think he just unsights John McDowell, and Mervyn's going the wrong way there and a little bit continental. Pushes it away, but it's a good save.
Let's have a look at a save that Phil made, because we ought to balance it up as well between the two goalkeepers, Mervyn, and perhaps you'd like to talk about this one, this save of Phil Parkes from Billy Jennings.
It's a corner from Trevor, which incidentally goes right through the Rangers' defence.
Free header there for Tommy Taylor.
Tommy Taylor gets up and I think it just flicked him, and then Bullock gets the ball on the volley, and Phil's moved from right across the goal from the near post and gets up very, very well. Sort of a complete reaction save, just getting a touch over the top.
What is it about reaction saves? Are goalkeepers born to make those, or is there things that you can do, are there things you can do in training to quicken your reaction?
We have a lot of quick reaction stuff in training, people shooting from that distance. But I'm sure if you asked any goalkeeper after a game how he made the save, he wouldn't be able to tell you, because it's something purely reactionary.
Phil?
Oh yeah, I think you're just born with it, and then you have to sort of improve if you can.
But how do you set about that at Queen's Park Rangers, of quickening your reactions?
Well, we have one sort of basic exercise where a player is on the edge of the 18-yard box with a ball. I'm in goal, standing on the line, and then there's another player between the ball and myself on the 6-yard line. And the player with the ball aims the ball at the player in front of me, who tries to deflect it.
Yeah.
And therefore, instead of seeing the ball from 18 yards, you're seeing it from 6 yards, and very, very...
Which is in fact a thing that any club player could have a go at in training.
Very easy, yeah. You only need a small area to do it.
Now let's have a look at the equaliser for West Ham, which I think a lot of West Ham fans had given up hope of seeing, and it really was a remarkable goal. Phil, you tell us about this one.
Yeah, well, it's a cross from Trevor Brooking. I don't actually know how he got through there. I think it just flicks Ronnie Abbott there, and Ian Gillard was perhaps a little bit ball watching there, and he said himself he could have cut it out, and you know, he just hits it from an impossible angle really, 6 inches either way, and it's not a goal.
Because you did just about everything you could have done. You went out there, you narrowed the angle.
Yeah, if it was a bit lower, I might have had a chance. You know, because it was such an acute angle that it probably would have just hit me. I probably wouldn't have known nothing about it. But
it's an incredible thing. I mean, you're two young goalkeepers with obviously hopes of full international. Well, you've had them already, Philip, haven't you?
Yeah.
But with people like Ray Clements and Peter Shilton there, the wealth of goalkeepers in England is quite phenomenal. Are you a Shilton man, Mervyn, or are you a Ray Clements man?
I've got no particular view on the subject, to be quite honest, Brian. I think they're both very, very good keepers. There's not much to choose between either of them. They seem to be different styles. Ray Clements is a very agile sort of fellow, where Peter Shilton comes for crosses, you know, very strong person. But they both do a very, very good job for England, and the only thing Phil and I can hope for, I suppose, is that we hit a very good run of form and try and oust them.
Phil, any comments on that?
That's the only thing I think we can do, really. As you say, the difference between the two, I wouldn't like to live on it anyway. It's so very small.
Well, it's a delight to have you both with us today, and thank you very much for that performance yesterday. Phil Parkes, thank you for coming in today.
Welcome.
Mervyn, I know that you've... in fact, you're getting married in October, aren't you?
Yes, we're getting married on Monday.
You're aware that you're missing an England under-23 chance, I think, against Czechoslovakia?
Yes, I wrote to Mr Revy, and he said obviously he'd have liked to have had us there, but since our plans had gone forward sort of virtually from the day when we decided on it, he thought it would be unfair to really mess us up in that respect. But I'm very grateful to him to know that, you know, he hasn't taken an opposite view, which would have been very easy for him.
Indeed. So the banns were called today, the wedding's on October 27. Yes. Both of you, thanks very much, Phil and Mervyn, for coming in. Thank you. Now we move on to our second match, which traces again the aspirations of Sunderland. So close to promotion, so often in recent years, and again showing themselves as one of the second division pace setters this season. Yesterday, they were at home to Blackpool. Tyne-T's cameras were at Roker Park. The commentators Kenneth Wolstenholme, Sunderland in the stripes.
Oldham getting it through this time to Kerr. Very tight marking by these Blackpool defenders, giving Sunderland no room at all to manoeuvre. Towers and Bolton coming up in support. Out now with Porterfield. Robson. Towers. That's it. 25 minutes gone. And that was chance taking at its best when Porterfield, having got the ball at the end of a very fine move, gets the centre across. First of all, Robson goes up, but the ball is half cleared, and the way Towers came in, not even stopping to think, hit it first time, a splendid goal. Holden. Up comes Malone. Another crack at goal. Not this time. Porterfield. Now Towers. And Towers again. Oh, what a save. Oh. Now, people will say that luck was with him that time, but give Porridge full marks. He could see the danger. He was coming up very bravely. And what a shot from Towers. There's Holden. Holden not getting high enough to that one. That looked more than 4 paces to me, and the referee can count as well. So it's a free kick to Sunderland, indirect free kick inside the 6-yard box. So the players can't get 10 yards on the ball, so they must stand on the goal line. So we're going to get one of these great sights of 11 Blackpool players standing on the goal line. We could get a good team photograph now, I suppose, couldn't we? They're not all on the goal line. They've got to go right back. I'm surprised that the Sunderland man isn't nearer to. Back to Towers, and he's back. And what a gap to find. That was good thinking by Sunderland. With the defence all lined up on the goal line, Robson pushing the ball back, and a tremendous shot by Towers, finding the gap, the tiniest of tiny gaps, and so Sunderland go 2 up. 49 minutes gone.
And Southampton and Sunderland now sharing top spot in Division 2. Well, our last match today is the all-Yorkshire battle between Sheffield United, who've had such a disappointing start to the season, indeed they began the day at the bottom of the First Division, and Leeds United, whose one aim yesterday, I feel quite sure, was to put behind them that shattering 3-0 defeat by Liverpool in midweek. So, it's Sheffield United against Leeds United from Bramall Lane. The pictures come from Yorkshire Television. Commentator Keith Macklin, Sheffield United in the stripes.
Bremner. Lorimer has now come back to his normal outside right position. Bremner's moving up the middle with Clark and Mackenzie. Lorimer obstructed by Spade. Another indirect free kick for Leeds United, just outside the penalty area. Trevor Cherry again moving up. Last time the move was the inside pass to Cherry, who's now being watched by Field. 3-man wall as Lorimer takes it. Up for Madeley. And just wide, and the goal was there for the taking. Beautiful move. Madeley ghosted his way into the penalty area, unmarked. Good ball to Curry from Bradford. Good left foot cross. Up goes Guthrie. What a good effort by Guthrie. Rose beautifully above Frank Gray. A fine cross from the left by Curry. And Guthrie getting up very well indeed and putting it just past the post. So narrow misses within a minute at each end.
Bradford getting it away. Field coming for it with Madeley. Bremner. Madeley leads, putting a lot of men forward. The shot by Cherry, just over. A fine and calculated left foot shot. Jim Brown tipping it over. It's Trevor Cherry, a most coolly taken shot. Knew what he was doing, did it perfectly, and so did Jim Brown, who fingertipped it over the top. Yorath. Hunter. Bremner's moved up the middle. What a pass, Bremner. But good tackle by Cahoon, who's been pretty solid at the heart of that Sheffield United defence. Hunter. Yorath. Cahoon. Sailing over the top went McQueen, no foul. Referee hits the line, and here's Lorimer with a shot, and it hits Spate. Curry. Madeley. Bremner leads, putting on the pressure now. The crowd feeling that Sheffield United ought to have had a free kick there, but across it comes from Madeley, and there it is! It's been coming for a while. Mackenzie, his first goal of the season. As the cross came over, Duncan Mackenzie going in with the low header, and the goal that's been on the cards for quite a while is scored by Mackenzie. Fine ball finds Curry. Field, back to Curry, and back to Field. Trying a good shot, and just over. My word, it was a long way out, and he hit it well. And it just curled over the top. Tony Field hitting that one from all of 35, 40 yards, and only a foot or so over. Clark chasing. Eddie. Poorly done. Badger. Now Curry. Badger. Back into the penalty area. Woodward and Garbutt going for it. And Guthrie and McQueen. Curry! Oh, bad luck! Really bad luck for Sheffield United there. Curry hit that one on the drop. And it hit the upright. Clark. Gray and Hunter. Leeds now protecting this one-goal lead. Cherry. Mackenzie's onside, says the linesman. Brought away by Spate. Woodward. To Badger. Garbutt is on the left, on the right. Field. Badger. Eddie. It's going into the penalty area for McQueen and Guthrie. Now Woodward. Bounced away from him as he hoped it would drop. But inside to Curry. Lorimer. Lorimer taking it on himself all the time past Bradford. Clark. A goal from inside the Leeds half. All the spade work done by Lorimer. Took the ball past Bradford twice from deep inside his own half. And when finally the inside pass came, it's Clark who worked his way across the face of the penalty area, and the low left foot shot beating ground. The goal by Clark.
2-0 to Leeds, and that's it. Just to bring you up to date with our big match autograph book that, as you know, we're keeping week by week to offer as a competition prize later in the season. Let's get our two goalkeeping guests to sign for us today. First, Phil Parkes, which I'm sure is something that all autograph hunters are going to want by the end of the season. Each week we should get our studio guest or guests to sign for us. Best wishes, Phil Parkes. And on the next page we'll get Mervyn to do the same thing. Mervyn, of course, who's off with West Ham to Italy for a match against Fiorentina on Wednesday. We thought we'd leave you today with the skill factor of Stan Bowles that twice went unrewarded, and pictures that showed that even in the heat of an all-London derby, the players remained on the best of terms.
And Masson and Bowles and Clement there, who really clobbers them too. Not sure if they're undecided as to what to do or just trying to fool everybody. It comes to Bowles. Oh, and he hit the crossbar. Bowles curling it. Oh,